Hello YouTubers out there and Facebook friends, this is Jerry the Movies. Last time out I did a show kind of trying to reacclimate myself to YouTube after a long time that I haven't been on YouTube, so here I am and I'm back, and it's a pleasure, and hopefully we can all bear with the sound for the time being. This time out I'd like to talk about a certain brunette actress who I had the pleasure of interviewing. Her name is Jill-Schoelen. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jill-Schoelen is an actress who appeared in films like the original Stepfather from 1987 with Terry O'Quinn, Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund in 1989. She also had minor short roles in DC Cab, Thunder Alley, Hot Moves, Chiller, which was a Wes Craven TV movie, Little House on the Prairie, not a minor role. I mean, she had a big part in that. The episode was entitled Love, from Little House on the Prairie, A New Beginning. She's appeared on a lot of things. I think the first thing she did was called the TV pilot that was canceled for a proposed TV series, The Best of Times, which was done in 1981, and Nicolas Cage and Crispin Glover appeared in that. She also did Popcorn from 1991, which is kind of a verging on the edge of slasher parody type picture. That film also starred, oh my goodness, Tony Roberts, Dee Wallace. I can't leave out Cutting Class with Brad Pitt and Donovan Leitch, or Leach might be more appropriate. He's not a good actor. Anyway, she's appeared in a lot of stuff. The last film she did was called Not Again in 1996, and she also did a short film called She Kept Silent in 2004. My favorite role of hers outside of The Stepfather and When a Stranger Calls Back, which was a Showtime TV sequel with Charles Durning and Carol Kane, is There Goes My Baby from 1994. She was, that's the finest performance I think she's given. Really proved that she was, I think, a great actress. She gets to sing, dance, do everything in it. So, someday someone should consider her for a musical. So, backtracking a little bit, I had done interviews back in 1998. So I interviewed people, local independent filmmakers in Long Island, specifically in Port Jefferson and Setauket and Shoreham and various other places, for a paper, a local newspaper called The Village Times from Setauket, New York. And I interviewed people like Fred Carpenter, Valerie Redhorse, who is a Native American filmmaker who did a film called Naturally Native that they showed on TCM last year. And these were all phone interviews, so I done these and conducted these interviews and had them printed in paper, and so it was, that was an opportunity. At that time, I hadn't interviewed anybody since then, until a couple of months ago. So I had the pleasure of interviewing Jill-Schoelen, who I became Facebook friends with, and I sent her a Q&A after talking to her a little bit. I sent Q&A and I said, listen, I'm going to send you some questions, and, would you be interested in answering them? And I told her about my site and my website and so on, and she said, sure, send them and I'll answer them. So I thought, wow, that's a little too easy. So I sent the questions, and my feeling on interviewing somebody, particularly if you're a big fan, is you got to be honest. So although you may love most of the work, there are things you're not going to like or love, even if you love the actor or director or whatever that's in them. So, I was pretty honest about certain films. I asked her about Rich Girl, which I didn't like, or Adventures in Spying, various other films. And then the films I did love, I asked her, questions. So anyway, they were very honest, and I didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. So I thought, wait a minute, I don't know what's happening. Was I too honest? I thought that. So I developed a Stepfather group page, and based on the original 1987 film, in addition to the sequels and a remake. And also, it was a tribute to Jill-Schoelen. And in the page, I mentioned that I didn't hear from Jill-Schoelen. There was no real insights, because I was thinking of doing the interview in addition to a retrospective of all of her films, that is, reviews of them and why I think she was so good in them and so on and so forth. So as soon as I wrote that, 2 hours later, I hear from her and she says, "Hello, I got your answers," because she's a member of the page as well. So, what can I say? She's a sweet, wonderful woman, and very patient, and, I couldn't have asked for better. So I'm hoping I can use this as a pretext to do other interviews. I would really love to interview some people I already know on Facebook, like Kim Darby, Kelly Jo Minter, Jennifer Rubin, and Leslie Hoffman, who I think may very well be the first stunt woman ever in the movie-making business. So we'll see. Hopefully, if I talk to them and nudge them a little, I can get some interviews out of them too. That would be nice. So it'll be printed interviews and nothing else. I mean, I emailed questions to Jill, and she answered them. This was not a phone interview by any means or anything of that nature, and that's fine. And it's nice to see Jill-Schoelen is kind of back in the, if not the public eye, at least for fans. They get an opportunity to hear her thoughts on her films, because she was never granted any interviews during the time that she was a movie star. Fangoria, nobody ever asked her to do an interview, even a printed interview. She never appeared in talk shows or anything to promote her work. And a lot of her films were not very well advertised or given the push that they really deserved, particularly The-Stepfather, or There Goes My Baby, which was really an insult, because that was a film that was made back in 1990, and it was an Orion picture. And Orion, as you know, went bankrupt. So the film was kind of not released until 1994, with little fanfare, and a few people, I think, even know of that film, which is a shame. Sort of like a companion piece to American Graffiti. It's really a pretty damn good film. Anyway, that's all I got to say for now. If you're interested in reading this Jill-Schoelen interview, just click on the left-hand side of the YouTube page. You'll find the link. And again, it's a written interview, but at least you get to hear her thoughts, very honest observations on some of her films. And I guess that's it for now. So I just want to give a shout-out out there to some of my Facebook pals. Jeff Anderson, who's probably the biggest Jill-Schoelen fan on earth, Lisa, and Kev, Justin, Troy Foote, who does some beautiful illustrations, particularly of Jill-Schoelen posters of her movies. So a shout out to you guys, and thanks for being Jill-Schoelen fans and staying with the group. And that's it for now. So next time, I will do a show on the films that inspired me to become either a film critic, of which I'm an amateur film critic, and a filmmaker, of which I'm an amateur as well, and also just the films that inspired me in general. Why I really got interested in cinema. I've been writing about it ever since. So until then, this is Jerry at the Movies, signing off.